I let my ex-husband believe I was broke for nearly 5 years, and honestly, it was one of the best decisions I ever made. After 19 years of marriage, he left me for a younger woman and walked away with the house, the boat, and most of our shared life. He seemed convinced I would fall apart without him. Every few months, he'd send a text asking if I was managing okay or if I needed financial help, always with that same smug tone that made it clear he enjoyed thinking I was struggling. What he didn't know was that shortly after our divorce, a piece of land my grandmother had left me was purchased by a development company for more money than I had ever imagined. I paid off my debts, bought a beautiful home, invested wisely, and built a comfortable life. But I never told him. I never posted luxury vacations online or showed off expensive purchases. I simply enjoyed my peace while he continued believing I was barely getting by. Years later, his business started failing, his second marriage fell apart, and suddenly he began reaching out more often. The calls became friendlier, the messages became longer, and eventually he invited me to lunch. Halfway through the meal, after talking about regrets and second chances, he admitted he had made a mistake leaving me and asked if I would ever consider getting back together. Then he said something that almost made me laugh out loud. "I know you're struggling too," he said. In that moment, I realized he had never once asked about my actual life. He had simply assumed I was still the woman he left behind. Then fate intervened. The restaurant manager walked over to thank me for helping fund a local scholarship program and community center project. My ex-husband's face went completely blank. As the conversation continued, he slowly realized I wasn't struggling at all. In fact, I was doing better than ever. After the manager left, he stared at me and asked, "Why didn't you tell me?" I looked him straight in the eyes and replied, "Because the only version of me you ever cared about was the one you thought needed you." The silence that followed was worth every second. Then I stood up, grabbed my purse, and gave him the truth he'd spent years avoiding. "You left me thinking I couldn't survive without you," I said. "It turns out I just couldn't thrive with you." And with that, I walked away, leaving him to finally understand that my success had never depended on him in the first place.